Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Well, I'm assuming that you've read the title for this video, so this will not be a review of the Gerber Armbar drive. However, I'm still putting this multi-tool through its paces and expect a full review soon. Today, we're taking a look at one of the two big issues with this multi-tool, or one of the two big things that people have been asking for ever since it came out. One of those being a locking center drive, and I'm not going to be tackling that today because as of right now, there's no solution for that. The other one is a way to easily EDC this, well, multi-tool without pliers. And here's one solution, a pocket carry clip. I will say this is not an official Gerber add-on product. I got this off of Etsy, and yes, I know. I still stand by that negative video I did regarding Etsy, and it's negative because that's due to the way the admins run that website. However, yeah, there are still quite a few products I buy from Etsy because there are quite a few established sellers I've purchased from before, and they haven't screwed me over. This is a new seller to me. However, this pocket carry clip is not very expensive, and I decided to take a chance on it. Check the description box below for the name of the Etsy store where I got this pocket carry clip from. Let's start out with the positives. How does it work as a pocket carry clip? Well, quite well. It works quite well. Retention is not the best, so basically don't be doing any handstands, and maybe if you're running for the bus, be a little careful how fast you run. But overall, this clip, once attached, works quite well as a pocket carry clip if the pants you're wearing are a little bit loose. If they're a bit tight, yeah, this won't work too well. But if you're someone like me who wears slightly loose cargo pants or slightly loose jeans, this clip works well as a clip and not too expensive at all. Let's get into the negatives. When this was shipped, it seems nice and smooth. Ironically, this portion here that curves up is not the part that's sharp. It's actually this little corner. That is very sharp. Although you could take a file or even a flat slab of concrete and just grind that down a bit, since it is just plastic. However, that does bring us to a big disadvantage. This is plastic. On Etsy, this seller makes it look as though this clip is more robust than it really is. It's a plastic clip. Hey, anyone else remember back in the 1990s when Spyderco first released the Endura and the Delica models, those first gen ones. FRN polymer plastic handles with integrated polymer plastic clips. Remember that? Or back when Cold Steel, right around the same time, first released their Gen 1 Voyager model, which also had FRN handles and integrated polymer plastic FRN clips. Remember those? I do. Remember how they would snap and break if they got caught on something? And then you basically had a knife that was horribly uncomfortable to hold because the clip was broken and no way to fix it. Well, one thing you could do, at least on the Delica and the Endura models, you could take a file designed for wood and basically carefully file off the portion of the base of the clip still attached to your knife, and then take some rough grit sandpaper and sand that down. When you were done, it looked ugly, but you had flat FRN handles. So at least you still had a usable knife. You just didn't have a clip. And that nonsense continued on for quite a while until both companies and other knife companies realized, yeah, you know what? Plastic clips are a really bad idea. Plastic. And with that hook feature here, that makes this clip more prone to snagging and snapping off. The only positive thing about that compared to those Gen 1 model knives is that this plastic clip actually has metal inserts, 1 and 2, as you can see. Hopefully you can see 2 metal inserts where 2 small screws are inserted to hold the clip in place. And those of you who have the Gerber Armbar drive, you know that the tool comes with 2 small holes here and here where this screws into. And, well, if this snaps off, you can just unscrew the rest of this clip and carry your armbar clipless the way Gerber designed it. Not sure why they designed it that way, but okay. So that's a good thing, ironically, if it breaks. And yeah, it's plastic. Check out that portion that's upswept. I can see this being very likely to snag, unfortunately. And when you get this, you get a card from the seller that gives you instructions for attaching the clip to the tool. The instructions make no sense. Basically, you're supposed to use the instruction card itself to help you attach the clip to the tool. But the instructions themselves make no sense. They don't. So what you basically have to do is, because this does come with 2 small flathead screws, make sure you don't lose them. You only get 2. Open it up fully. Open it up. Now you don't have to open up the knife blade feature. There's the 2 holes, and very carefully, because this is rather deep, carefully put the 2 screws through there. Maybe get a nice thick piece of folded up paper, fold it up several times, put it down there to keep the heads from popping back out, and you're going to have the bottom of the screws exposed down here. Then carefully try to align the clip with the screws, keeping the paper here, because you can easily cause the screws to come up and out, which you don't want. Then use a small, thin, flathead screwdriver. I use the flat driver feature on my Victorinox Classic, and then very carefully with the wad of paper here, but with the screw heads exposed, tighten it down. The problem, and maybe this is just an issue on my armbar or my clip, well, the armbar has no threads, so it would be a problem with the clip I received. The top one, I was able to tighten down very well. The bottom one, there is some resistance. I mean, it doesn't rotate freely, but it does rotate. I was not able to tighten down that bottom screw. So the threads on this thing, on the metal insert here, are at least partially stripped. So this clip is only being held on by one screw, the top one, not the bottom one. Yeah, not good. That's another issue. Maybe it's one on just my clip, but you really shouldn't have to encounter that. One minor issue is that, and that's me bumping the camera, sorry guys. When the tool is folded down, as you can see, yeah, you can't get the driver flat because the screw heads are in the way. They're raised up a little bit, but very minor issue. I don't think most people will mind at all. Now you might be thinking, well, hold on, there's the knife blade, there's the clip. It probably gets in the way of opening the knife one-handed. Actually, no. No, it doesn't, which is surprising. I mean, this particular multi-tool, opening up the blade one-handed, even without the clip, is still less than ideal. But you'd think the clip would interfere with opening up the knife blade. It doesn't. What it does interfere with, ironically, is the lock mechanism when you want to close it. Yeah, it doesn't look as though it would get in the way. It does. As a matter of fact, I can't close this one-handed because the clip is in the way as I'm trying to push down on the lock mechanism to release the blade. So I have to use two hands in order to do it. So it does get in the way when you're trying to close the blade, but not when you're trying to open it. Unfortunately, with this upswept design, yeah, it not only adds thickness, nearly doubling the thickness of this multi-tool, but it's not comfortable to use with certain tools. The knife blade, not an issue. The scissors, not an issue. The center drive feature, yeah, that's an issue. Because when you're gripping it and you're turning it, and sometimes you have to turn the tool in your hand in order to tighten a screw or loosen a screw, yeah, this upsweep becomes a hot spot, a very annoying hot spot. And it's not just on the center drive. It also becomes an issue when you're using the awl. Because again, the way you use an awl is you put it down on the leather where you want to make the hole, push it in a little bit, and then rotate, and then keep pushing in as you're rotating. And this clip is even worse when you're using the awl feature. So scissors, blade, not a problem. Awl, driver, yeah, it gets in the way badly. It is very uncomfortable to use. Those are the negatives. And honestly, it is so uncomfortable to use with those two particular tools that as soon as this review is over, I plan on removing this. Because again, it's only held on with one screw, it's plastic that can snap, and with two of the main tools, the ones that rotate or the ones that you would normally rotate while using, yeah, this is so uncomfortable. It is. And personally, I'm not a big fan of, well, here's a knife you can open and close one-handed, except when this clip is attached. I will say this, in all honesty, I like the concept. I like it enough that I actually purchased another clip from a different seller on Etsy with a different design, one that does not have this upswept feature. Maybe that one will be more comfortable. It's still going to add some bulk, but I think that one will be more comfortable to use. And hopefully both of the screw-in attachment points will work instead of on this one where it's held in place by only one. I don't feel comfortable with that. I also purchased an open face holster for this tool, a very slim, minimalist open face holster. So this clip, yeah, I can't recommend it. I'm going to try the other clip. Maybe it'll be better. And if it's not, at least I'll have a minimalist open-faced holster or pouch that rotates 360 degrees, and I can still carry my Gerber armbar. Seriously, Gerber should have put in some effort to incorporate a clip into something this size, this weight. It's just, you make something like this that seems so EDC friendly and you don't put a clip on it? Okay. Well, like I said, the review for the Gerber armbar is coming soon. As far as this clip, in the description box below, I will have the name of the seller's store on Etsy. I can't recommend it. If you search Gerber armbar drive accessories on Etsy, this clip will come up. The open face holster from another seller will come up. The other clip without the upsweep that I'll be trying out, that will come up as well. And a third clip that doesn't use screws, but is also 3D printed, all plastic, and it just has two little protrusions that snap into place. Yeah, that clip looks very fragile, and I'm not interested in using that one. So, yeah, I'm going to try the other two accessories, the clip, the open face holster, and I'll let you guys know which one works best. I don't know why you'd want this clip, but if you do, yeah, check the description box below. As for me, after testing out this clip, I really can't recommend it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's an interesting accessory for the Gerber Armbar drive. The concept is an excellent one. Hey, let's put a clip on a multi-tool that screams to be EDC'd. Let's put a clip on it. Great concept. The execution with this one, sorry, but no. This is a no from me. All right, guys, that's the review for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon. Please continue to stay safe out there. It seems worse than ever. Stay safe.